The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a very broken game. A few months ago, there were some super big glitches found, such as weapon modifier corruption and what I'll be teaching you today, Hold Prompt Entanglement. First of all, you're going to want to start a new game. Obviously, do not save, because then you'll overwrite your save, and just don't do that. Skip the cutscene, or watch it if you want, and pick up the Sheikah Slate. When the text is done, go over to the chests where the clothes are at and do not open them yet. Wait at least 12 seconds from the moment you gain control of Link until you open one of the chests with the clothing pieces. When the time's up, open the chest. Now, go to load your saves, and you should see that you have 2 autosaves. Go ahead and load your manual save. You're now going to want to perform IST and make 1 offset slot. If you don't know how to do this, go to my weapon modifier corruption video. Go ahead and load autosave 2. If you look in your inventory, you should see... What do you see, actually? That's a good question. Your inventory, you should see that one of your key items got transferred over. Go ahead and reload autosave 2 again. Now, if you check your inventory again, you should see that you still have an armor tab, but nothing's in there. You also have your key items tab with your Sheikah Slate, and your armor is to the right of your key items. This is what you want. Go ahead and load autosave 1. Obtain the Sheikah Slate again. When the cutscene is over, go ahead and press left on the control stick. If you're lucky, the crosshair should get very small and be hovering over the star. This is what we're looking for. You can go ahead and load your manual save now. If you are not so lucky, then your crosshair should be in the bottom left part of your screen. For this, you can do a simple combination... You can do a simple combination of inputs to fix this. Unpause your game, pause your game, R3 right, or right stick, unpause, pause again, R3 right, and now you should be able to go left until you go to the next screen, and it should be on the star. If this does not work for you, there is a set of inputs that will work. It's the same as before, but you're just adding 2 more steps. Unpause your game, pause again, R3 right, unpause, pause, R3 right, unpause, and pause once more. Your crosshair should be hovering over the Sheikah Slate, and when you press left on the control stick, you will be hovering over the key items. If this does not work for you, then you are very unlucky. You need to close your game, because offset slots will only go away once the game has been closed. No amount of loading saves is going to fix this. If you do mess up and need to close your game, however, do not make the same mistake as me, where you try to get the 2 autosaves back. Those 2 autosaves, they can stay there and be used time and time again as much as you want. All you need to do is go to your manual save, get 1 offset slot, and then continue from there. Once your crosshair is on the star, go ahead and press R, press right on the control stick to get your crosshair to appear, go down to load, press right on the control stick again, and then go to your manual save and load it. If right doesn't work, press left, that should work just fine. You have now successfully done the setup to get the weird menu shenanigans that you need to set up the real meat of this glitch. Let's move on to the set of inputs. You're gonna need to go to the very right of any page and go on any of the rows that is not the top row. Next, do the inputs R3 left, L3 up, R3 right, L3 left. You don't even have to do this in 2 quick succession. It's a very lenient time window. Once you've gotten to this glitchy crosshair state, if you scroll any amount of 3 pages to the left or right, this will stay. Depending on where your crosshair is, Scrolling once or twice will move the crosshair to a different part of the screen where it shouldn't be, or bring it right back to where it's supposed to be. Once you have your crosshair on the very left, you can go ahead and press right until you've gotten to the edge of the page. You can even go down one, which is very convenient for us because if you were to do this first set of inputs on the bottom row and you could only move to the right, you would not be able to move any items that lie on the bottom row. Once you're at the right edge, it's time for the next set of inputs. L3 right, L3 left, L3 left, L3 right. There's one more set of inputs that is crucial for you to learn. Here's the set of inputs. R3 right, L3 right, R3 left, L3 right. You can do this on the first, second, third, or fourth icons to get further and further away. Now, it's time to get into the crazy stuff. When you have the glitched crosshair and you're selected over something, if you press R and then press L, the prompt that you would get when you select that icon can be brought over to other items. Right now I'm selected on this food item. If I were to press A, it would allow me to hold it or eat it, but if I hover over it, press R, and then press L, now I can go any amount of 3 pages to the right or left, and if my crosshair is selected over one of those icons, I can eat it, or hold it. One thing that you could do with this is if you had a cooked food item, and also, if you have 0 of something in your inventory, it's not going to disappear. It's just going to have the number 0 over it. And while it has the number 0 over it, you can still hold it again. This is what allows duplication. So if you just have one cooked fish and you hold it, it may say 0, but it's actually infinite. Just kidding, it's not. The limit is 5. If you have 5 or more cooked fish, the number will only go down as you hold it. It only stops at 0, it doesn't just stop in general. And you can't hold infinite, unfortunately. I've tried it. You can hold as many times as you want, but when you exit the inventory, it's only 5. Now you know how to duplicate, and since you already know how to hold it, you know how to make the meals. Except, one more thing. After you've held the frozen or roasted foods, you can just bring your crosshair over to the food selection, and as long as you were holding 4 or less of those roasted or frozen items, you can hold 1 or more regular items. Empty slots in your inventory can't lose anything. So if you were hovering over an item that would let you eat it and scroll any amount of 3 pages over to that empty space, you would be able to eat that empty space. This is a way to eat infinite food without even eating it. Super handy. But eating nothing is lame. Eating the Sheikah slate? Now that's priceless. Whatever you want to eat or hold or whatever, go to what page it's on, and then go 1 page to the left. Then you can either set up your glitched slots, or you can scroll any amount of 3 pages to the left or right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and thought this easy was as glitch as I did.